Hello everybody. Venting video. Going for a drive. I'm trying to start a project to help affect change for a national problem involving parental alienation. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible disorder. Just a quick background run view of my life. My relationship with my 3 daughters ended. It was a 20-year relationship. Yes, I was loyal. Yes, a lot of bad things happened in my relationship with my children's daddy. And when it finally exploded and ended, I was in a shelter for a minute. It was very abusive. Very abusive. And my children don't know that part. I didn't tell them that part. In the end, I tried to tell them that part, but it didn't work because I kept it from them. And there's a lot of things that kids, they don't need to know. It's none of their business what happens between their parents. But that doesn't change the fact that I love my kids. I love my children. And I know they know that. But never once did I forget about them or quit loving them every second of every day, of every hour, of every week, of every month, of every year. The years fly by like minutes. So this is kind of a venting video, because here I sit in April, 3 months from 2 of my children's birthdays are coming up. One, July 7th. My youngest will be turning 16. Last time I saw her, she was 8 years old. The oldest child, her sister, will be 26 on the 12th of July. So just a couple days after my youngest's birthday. I have tried everything in my power to be a friend, mend whatever is salvageable between myself and their dad for the kids. It's all met with venom, and I have no clue what has been told my children all these years. But whatever it is, it's so horrible that my youngest last year told the judge a bunch of stuff, and it was so bad that he had ordered that my daughter not see me, that it's up to her discretion whether or not she see me. Her daddy thinks it's a court order to keep me away. No, actually what it is that doesn't mean that I'm supposed to stop trying, because how does she draw a conclusion if she has nothing to work with? How does she come up with the discretionary decision of whether or not to see her mom if she doesn't know what's going on with my life, if she doesn't know that I'm trying to contact her, if she doesn't know that I'm texting and saying I love you, if she doesn't know that I'm sending gifts, if she doesn't know that I'm whatever it is. If she doesn't know, she doesn't know. All she knows is what she's told by her dad and whomever. They're called flying monkeys. They call them flying monkeys. It's very toxic. It's not helpful. It's harmful. And I wish to God that he could see that what he's doing is extremely harmful to our children. And once they realize that it wasn't what I was made out to be, and that everything that was said about me wasn't even the truth, I'll be there for them. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt when they find out the truth. And it hurts me. It hurts me that that's going to happen someday. They're going to go, wait a minute, that doesn't exactly click right. That's not exactly, that don't sound right. Because they're going to become adults. 2 of them are adults. So their lights are going to turn on and they're going to go, well, wait a minute, I have a different memory. I don't remember that. That didn't happen. The alienation process began long before we split up. Long before. So there's a good chance they may never get to see me. I don't know. I'm giving it to God. All I know is I love my girls with all my heart. And all I can do is my best. And to keep trying to reach out, tell them that I love them no matter what. No matter what their dad says, no matter what anybody says. I don't acknowledge the negativity because it's not healthy. There's nothing fruitful in that. It's deadly. It's deadly to the soul. It's deadly to the heart, mind, spirit, you name it. It's deadly. It definitely doesn't help a child understand that her mother loves her and that there's nothing wrong with her loving her back. Not that that's what I'm looking for. I don't need their affection to love them. I love them because I love them. I can't help that. Nobody can erase that from my mind or my spirit. It's impossible. It's not even possible. I'm their mom. I'll always be their mom. The kids aren't upset about the divorce. In fact, my girls were okay with it. My mistake, though, is I did end up falling in love with somebody shortly after we split up because I was so lonely for so long. But I stayed loyal until that time. I didn't get with anybody while I was still with their dad. I maintained that. However, I did get with somebody very shortly thereafter because I'm human and I was very lonely. I was very wounded. I was very abandoned. I was very sad. And I'm still with that person today. Because I'm loyal. Once I've decided to be with somebody and love them, I'm with that person. Until they decided they don't want to be with me. Anyways, this video is just me rambling on about parental alienation. And it's just part of my story. I keep trying to reach out to them. I got my youngest a debit card. I put money in it every week for her. Dad says if I mail it, she's going to mail it back. Refused. Why? Because he's going to tell her to do so. When deep down she really would like to keep it. But she can't tell him that. Because if she does, then he'll be all upset. See, because they're not allowed to love their mom. That's not possible. When deep down I know that they do. But they're not allowed to. It isn't right. It's not fair. So because their dad doesn't want anything to do with me, they have to divorce their mom too. It doesn't work like that. It's not fair to the kids. So I stay backed off. I didn't initially because I didn't understand what I was dealing with. So I made a few mistakes along the way that didn't make things better. Like going out to the house once I found out where they lived. Because he kidnapped them. I didn't know where the heck they were. I found out through my school when I was trying to get back into college. They were going through addresses of people that I knew to be references regarding paying back a loan that I had taken. I had to register references. And they mentioned their dad's name and our previous address together. I said, no, he don't live there no more. And he goes, oh yeah, he lives ... So I wrote it down as fast as I could because I knew that that's where he took my kids. And that was only by the grace of God that I found that out. That just fell in my lap. He never intended for me to find out where he was. That was not intended. But just in case, you might be accused of that, he did tell me once, well, if you'd have asked your stepmother, she would have told you where they were. To let me know that my stepmother had involvement. which I already knew. I'm at the store. Anyways, it's extremely painful. It's very painful. 8 years. And I know that there's some people out there who've been even way longer than that. And I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared for more years. I'm not believing for more years. I'm believing that here soon they're going to be curious and they're going to want to know. They're going to want to know what really happened. What really went down. Yeah, some very serious claims were made against me that were not true. Police showed up at my house, threatened to take my kids. CPS got involved. It was a big, hot mess. And the allegations that I heard were so horrific. Once I got the CPS reports, like I was reading through them, and I came across the statement my youngest made in that report that I was having orgies in front of my 8-year-old daughter. Yeah, you heard that right. Orgies. I was having orgies in front of my 8-year-old daughter. First of all, what 8-year-old knows what the hell an orgy is exactly? Because those were her emphatic, specific words in the report that my youngest 8-year-old daughter said, just turned 8, in fact, that she witnessed her mother having orgies. Oh, and let's not forget the intravenous drugs I was doing, apparently, while I sit in, my house is paid for, all my bills are paid, several vehicles in the yard, a few campers, my son is happy. I don't think junkies are capable of that. I just don't think that they are. A lot of things have been told my kids that are not true. And that's just two of many things that were said about me to services that are meant to protect children, when that was the very service that was used to harm my children. And other people were involved to support the narrative. Some of those people were my family members. My brother, my own brother, their dad's brother, my stepmother, my dad, my sister, my friend, my best friend was told I was crazy and on drugs and just losing my mind, and I was losing my mind, but not in that way. I was battling addiction. That I was battling, but it wasn't intravenous drugs. No. My husband did have a history of that problem. He is no longer. He's clean by the grace of God. His testimony is very powerful. It has saved a lot of people's lives. I want an opportunity to sit my kids down and go, you know what? You weren't exactly told the truth. You don't exactly know what really happened. But you know what? All that crap, though, all of that doesn't really matter. What matters is the truth is I love them. I love you girls. If you're watching this right now, I love you with all my heart. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Ever, ever, never. Ever, never. I will always be there for you. And the day you wake up, I will be there for you. I'm going to be my healthiest. I'm going to be my strongest. I'm going to be the best mama you could ever have. I'm going to be there for you because I love you. And none of that garbage matters. Your mom is not on drugs. I don't have orgies. I'm very limited to one person, as I was your dad. 20 years. Didn't cheat on him. I didn't run around. What I did was try to keep us afloat. I sold items. I was a flipper. because I wasn't allowed to have a job. I wasn't allowed to maintain school. I wasn't allowed those things because insecurity reasons. I was isolated. I was alone. And every time I tried to pull our heads up above the water, I get kicked back down again. For whatever reason. It doesn't matter. The point is I tried, I'm still trying, and I'm not going to give up. Because I love you. And that's all that matters. God bless you. God bless you and keep you all and always, for always, forever.